Good morning. My name is Brian Caswell. I'm the music director here at New Thought Unity Center in Cincinnati, Ohio. And we're going to start off with a tune by Stephen Stills called For What It's Worth.
With Loren on the harp.
Joining us is Loren Watson. As soon as they get the microphone back there.
Something happening here. What it is ain't exactly clear. There's a man with a gun over there telling me I got to beware. Think it's time we stop. Children, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going down. Battle lines being drawn. Nobody's right if everybody's wrong. Young people speaking their minds, getting so much resistance from behind. It's time we stop. Hey, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going down. What a field day for the heat. 1,000 people in the streets, singing songs and a carrying signs. Mostly say hooray for our side. It's time we stop. Hey, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going down. Paranoia strikes deep into your life, it will creep. It starts when you're always afraid. Step out of line and then come and take you away. We better stop. Hey, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going. You better stop. Hey, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going. You better stop. Hey, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going. You better stop. Hey, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going down.
It's time for announcements.
For all events, see the website, email blast, or Facebook event for detailed information.
Meditation will be today with David McClanahan in the NTUC Chapel from 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. for an extended meditation, and a love offering is recommended.
New members class continues today from 12:30 to 2 p.m. in classroom A, and it's facilitated by Regina Steinley.
On Tuesday, 4th of July, we will all be celebrating, so the center will be closed. Don't come by.
Circle of Light Spirituality Study Group, Consciousness, Expansion, and Divine Presence. Next class, Wednesday, July 5th, 2023, from 6:30 to 8 o'clock p.m., both in person in Friendship Hall and via Zoom. $5 love offering is recommended, co-facilitated by Barbara Meyer and David McClanahan.
Mastermind, awaken the mastermind consciousness. I am one with spirit. Facilitated by Alice Frazier on Wednesday, July 5th at 6:30 in Friendship Hall.
Karaoke. How many of you have participated in karaoke? All right, quite a few. Well, you're going to have that opportunity again, July the 7th, which is Friday. in Friendship Hall. Bring your voice, bring your snacks, and just be ready to P-A-R-T-Y with Kim.
We have a special guest speaker next Sunday. Dwight Wilson will be delivering his message. He is an educator, administrator, and religious leader. In each role, he has worked to advance equality, opportunity, and understanding. In addition, Mr. Wilson will be conducting an author's book reading after the service at noon. His readings will be centered on a medley of his psalms.
We are currently looking for funding for a new elevator. Thank you for your patience.
And today, being the first Sunday of the month, is birthday and anniversary Sunday. Anyone celebrating a birthday or anniversary in the month of July?
Oh. Oh, she was Tony.
July, Tony.
And those at home, we're recognizing you also.
God is blessing you now. God is blessing you now. God is blessing you. You are wonderful. God is blessing you now.
Happy birthday and happy anniversary. Join us after service in Friendship Hall for coffee, tea, and a light snack. And that's our announcements for today.
Music speaks louder than words. It's the only thing that the whole world listens to. Music speaks louder than words. When you sing, people understand. Sometimes love you feel inside gets lost between your heart and your mind, and the words aren't really saying things you wanted them to. But then you hear somebody's song, what you were trying to say all along. And somehow, with the magic of music, a message comes through, right on through. And it's all because music speaks louder than words. It's the only thing that the whole world listens to. Music speaks louder than words. When you sing, people understand. The longer I live, the more I find that people never really take the time to really get to know a stranger, make them a friend, reach out, reach out. But the power of a simple song can make everybody feel they belong. Maybe singing and playing is gonna bring us together once again. Amen. And it's all because music speaks louder than words. It's the only thing that the whole world listens to. Music speaks louder than words. When you sing, people understand. Come along with us, ready? Music speaks louder than words. It's the only thing that the whole world listens to. Music speaks time. Music speaks louder than words. It's the only thing that the whole world listens to. Music speaks louder than words. When you sing, people understand. When you sing, people understand. Well, good morning.
Good morning.
How's everybody feeling? A little blah. Like, it's been rainy. How are you feeling? Great. All right, I want to feel that. Yeah. All right. It's good to be back. I was in Unity Village last week and then in Lawrence, Kansas. Such a blessing, but I'm always happy to return home here. And so I'm grateful to be back. And let's start with an affirmation. And I did write this weeks ago, so I really don't remember what it is. So let's affirm it together. I am free to live and express as my authentic self. Let's say that again. I am free to live and express as my authentic self. Let's take that into a moment of prayer. Father, Mother, God, we go within, tap into that Christ presence available in each of us, that consciousness that Jesus was able to tap into. It's available for us all. There's freedom in being able to be exactly who each of us is. Unique expression of the divine. Nothing is wrong with you. No matter how you look, where you've been, what you've done, who you love, how you identify. You are a perfect expression of the divine. And we call on Christ's presence for us all to feel free to express that part of ourselves. And with that knowledge, we are grateful that we can bring freedom to ourselves and to the outer world. And so it is. Amen. Oh, and now we're going to do the prayer for protection, right? All right. So say this with us. The light of God surrounds me.
The love of God enfolds me. The power of God protects me. The presence of God watches over me. Wherever I am, God is, and all is well. Now we're going to stand up and sing our congregational song. Lyrics should be up there momentarily.
Say, I recognize the God in you. Say, I recognize the God in you. Now feel the love in the sanctuary. Feel the love. Lift your voice and repeat after me. We come together. 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 We come together in the name of love. We come together. We come together. We come together. We come together in the name of love. From every walk of life, every creed and color, person next to you. Say namaste.
Say namaste, I bow to you.
Yeah.
I feel the love in the
Feel that love.
sanctuary. Lift your voice and repeat after me. We come together.
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 We come together in the name of love.
We come together.
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 We come together in the name of love. We come together.
We come together.
We come together.
We come together.
We come together in the name of love.
And while you're standing, it's time for meet and greet.
You can come together right now. Handshakes or hugs.
Handshakes or hugs are invited.
Or a simple namaste. And if you're
I know that
watching
song.
online, let us know who you are and where you're watching from so we can say good morning to you specifically later in the service.
Hello.
Woo! I feel a good vibration, healing and transformation all through this congregation. Must be unity. The experience is our mission. Universal wholeness is our vision. I am who I am. It's my decision. Must be. Must be, must be unity. N-T-U-C unity. Yeah.
Please have a seat. We can continue this fellowship after the service in Friendship Hall. But now, if you would say with me our mission and vision statements. Our mission statement is, in God, we are an inclusive, abundant community, experiencing love, transforming lives, and serving others. And our vision statement is, we celebrate a world of harmony and oneness, a place of loving stewardship, sacred connections, and pure joy where all are welcome with honor and respect. And as Kim was saying in her morning prayer, what we want you to know more than anything about New Thought Unity Center is that wherever you are in your spiritual path, whoever you are, wherever you've been, whatever you look like, whoever you love or however you identify, we are grateful that you've chosen to be with us here this morning, and you are most welcome here. If this is your first time, there is a newcomers table in the back corner, and there are packets of information with a gift for you that you can get after the service. Tells you a little bit about New Thought Unity Center. And Regina will be there after the service, and she can answer any questions about the center that you may have. Again, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
And now it's time for meditation.
Could anyone ever tell you you were anything less than beautiful? How could anyone ever tell you you were
But your loving is a miracle. How deeply you're connected to my soul.
So as we breathe in and exhale, we become present in this moment, leaving all the busyness of the week or even the busyness of this morning behind. We meditate to connect to that Christ presence within, the unchanging source available to us all the time. You are nothing less than beautiful, nothing less than whole. If you've been told differently or treated differently, rejected because of how you look, who you love, or how you identify, this is your place of healing, of safety. A reminder, or possibly hearing it for the first time, you are perfect, whole, worthy, and enough. Yes, you are nothing less than beautiful. And in this moment, I want you to feel that healing within. And without opening your eyes, feel the presence of everyone in this room. Share thoughts of love and oneness with each person. We are the ones we've been waiting for. You are the ones we've been waiting for. The Christ presence is in you. We've been waiting for it. Black, white, brown, gay, straight, trans, queer, young, or not so young. Those who feel battered and broken by life. You are nothing less than beautiful and whole. And maybe this is the first time that you're going to hear that, or you just needed to hear it today. And so as you go within, I invite you to repeat the mantra, I am worthy. Just repeat it to yourself as you go within, as repetition helps rewire the brain. So in the silence, repeat the mantra, I am worthy. And as you come back to this place, this present moment, and allow yourself to open your eyes, know that truth within your heart and exhale as you release any pain or story that told you otherwise. I love you. I see you. I honor you. You are nothing less than beautiful.
How could anyone ever tell you you were anything less than beautiful? How could anyone
one power, invisible, and you see it everywhere and every day. There's one power, indescribable, and you speak of it with every word you say. Mysterious until you know the truth. As simple as the love inside of you. Call it God, call it Spirit, call it Jesus, call it Lord, call it Buddha, Baha'u'llah, angel's wings or heaven's door. But whatever name you give it, it's all one power, can't you see? It's the power of the love in you and me. One power, one power, one power. We speak so many languages, different clothing, different colors, different names. But different is only dangerous. We forget that in our heart we're all the same. We'll remember when we close our eyes to see such distances were never meant to be. Call it God, call it Spirit, call it Jesus, call it Lord, call it Buddha, Baha'u'llah, Hashem or heaven's door. It's Muhammad, it's your mind, it's your soul or it's your sign. It's a universe, it's music, Mother Earth or Father Time. But whatever name you give it, it's all one power, can't you see? Whatever name you give it, it's the very air we breathe. It's the power of the love in you and me. One power, one power, one power, one power, one power, one power. It's a moment of creation. It's an everlasting peace. It's a freedom of forgiveness. It's a sweetness of release. It's a joy of inspiration. It's a sunshine on your face. It's a birthright of all nations. It's a boundlessness of space. It's the beauty of a baby, the serenity of sleep. It's the anger we abandon for its love that's most deep. It's one power, one power, one power. It's one power, one power, one power. It's the power of the love that lives forever in you and me. It's the power of the love in you and me. One power, one power, one power. I need a drink after singing that. Whew, thank you all. Thank you, band. So today I'm talking about the inner path to freedom. Tuesday's 4th of July. We celebrate freedom and independence on that day, right? And yet for me, I want to honor that. I I want to honor how far we have come, and in unity, we know that the freedom that we seek always starts within. And so I want to talk about that path to freedom on the inside. Freeing ourselves from oppression so that we can then bring that freedom to others. Because if I'm still feeling oppressed in some areas of my life, then I'm going to automatically throw that oppression on someone else because I haven't freed myself yet. And so I want to talk about the freedom that comes from freeing those oppressed parts, and it takes a lot of self-awareness. It takes a deep dive within to be aware of where I'm oppressing myself. I love this quote. If you want real freedom, the freedom of the soul, then dive deep within. And there's another saying that says, I heard somewhere, I think it was Martin Luther King Jr. who said it, if one of us is oppressed, then we're all oppressed. Until all of us are free, no one is free. And so I have to be willing to do the brave work of looking at how I oppress myself and how I sometimes project those judgments and oppression on others. A divide up in the world. We see it everywhere on the news, right? There's a lot of people that don't feel free. There may be some sitting here right now that don't feel completely free to be who they are, to express as you are. So the only work that I can do is to figure out how to free myself from within and then sit with you and give you the space to do the same without judgment. Now that's different. Thought about this driving over. Because if someone else is being oppressed and I don't stand up and I say something, then I'm participating in that oppression. I'm not creating freedom for them. It takes a lot of courage. It really does. You ever sit with a group of friends and they're making a joke about something that's oppressive, about someone else, some group, and you might be too afraid to speak up because you haven't freed yourself enough yet? I know I can relate to that. And so I want to look at, I didn't put this in the slide, so the definition of freedom in the dictionary is the power or right to act, speak, or think as one wants without hindrance or restraint. Does that say, as long as they agree with me? As long as they look like I do, or love like I do? Maybe they should have a color hair that I approve of. Otherwise, you can't be free. You understand that? Like going within and finding my own freedom, because I oppressed myself for so long that I projected that on others. And I still have to be aware of where my judgments are, where I don't feel completely free. And so it makes it hard for me to let others be free. Now, freedom for others does not mean, if that freedom includes oppressing another group based on your freedom, that's not freedom. I want to make sure I speak to that. That is not real freedom. It's very important for me to know that. Until I can honor myself completely and be free, I can't sit with another and let them either. And so I want to admit a few things to you. There was a time in my life when other people speaking their truth made me angry, made me really angry, because I wasn't ready to speak mine yet. And so I would say things like, why they got to talk about that? Because it made me uncomfortable, because I wasn't ready to face those parts of myself. And this is an even harder one to admit. But before I came out as queer, I was offended and uncomfortable around people who were really okay with their sexuality. It made me really uncomfortable because I was oppressing that part of myself. And so today I get to sit with people and help set them free the way that I've been granted that freedom. You see how that works? Because if I kept oppressing those things, I was going to project that in the world. That's how I was living in the world for so long. I was creating that kind of oppression just through my thoughts and actions, through the people that I hung out with, the people I avoided. And so my invitation is to free yourself, which means you have to be willing to look at all the ways that you might have oppressive thinking. When you watch the news or you see somebody, notice. Are you feeling some kind of judgment towards them because they're different? Because in our world right now, if something is different and scares us, we want to destroy it, right? We want it to go away. We don't want to look at that. I don't understand it. It's important, like in the song, Music Speaks Louder Than Words. He said, what if we take a stranger and we make him a friend? What if we got to know that person? What about in One Power? We speak so many languages, different clothings, different colors, different names. Different is only dangerous when we forget that in our heart, we're all the same. I forget often, because I see somebody, I see a group of people, and it makes it hard sometimes for me to want them to have the same freedom if I haven't freed myself in those parts as well. And so I have to make it a practice to really look at the parts of me that aren't free, to live authentically. That's really what it's all about, living authentically and feeling free to do that, feeling free to walk beyond these doors where you feel safe, right? I want a world where everyone feels safe to be who they are wherever they go. Do you want that? Well, I'm responsible for creating that. That's the news flash for me, which requires a lot of inner work and strength. I love this quote too. Freedom is when you're able to be who you are and you allow others to be who they are, whatever that means, and regardless of whether you agree with them. Regardless of whether you agree with them. So can you sit with someone who believes differently than you and let them be free? As long as it doesn't oppress you, as long as they're not asking you to be oppressed. See, it takes a lot of strength to be able to not let others' views oppress you as well. Have the confidence to sit with that. I'm not always great at that. That's my work in progress right there. And so I'm going to have you do something in typical Kim style. Take a deep breath. Okay? Get you out of your comfort zone. So very quietly, I want you to find a partner, one person to partner up with, preferably someone you don't know really well. I know you guys know each other, but find somebody and take a few seconds to do that. I'm not going to give you long, so just find one person. And as you partner up, figure out who's going to be partner one in that meetup. All right. Give you just a few more seconds to find, and raise your hand if you don't have a partner, and we'll get you one. Kay, do you have somebody? You don't have to get up. Somebody come to Kay. Someone want to come to Kay Leeds? Anybody that's not partnered or include her? Yeah. How about, yeah, do 3 there. That's fine. Okay. Who's partner 1 in your group? Okay, you've got your partner. Okay, I want you to take a deep breath. And here's what's going to happen. So we're going to do some active listening. You know what active listening is? You're not allowed to say anything as the person's speaking. You can give them facial expressions all day long. But this is about just being present as they share. And so, partner 1, I want you to think about this. What is an experience you've had in your life where you have felt oppressed or unable to express yourself fully, either now or previously? All right, let's go. You have about 15 seconds to wrap up. Okay. Wrap up your thoughts and just give a little namaste bow to the partner that just shared. And now partner 2, take a deep breath. And if there are 3 of you, I'm going to give a little extra time since there's some circles with 3. So partners 2 and 3. So partner 2, share some way that you have felt oppressed or unable to express yourself in your life. Go. And if you're in a group of 3, this would be a time for partner 3 to begin. Means those who are in groups of 2 can talk more. All right, 15 seconds. We're going to wrap it up. So try to finish your thoughts. All right, 5 seconds. Okay, so finish your sentence. Give a hug or a bow or a namaste. Give gratitude to each other for sharing. And either stay where you are or come back to your seats, but quietly. If you want to return to your seats. Yeah. Yeah. So, in this sharing, did you learn something about the other person that you maybe didn't know? Yes. Yeah? Did it change your opinion of them? Did you feel like you needed them to oppress themselves? Did you feel like, I can't handle that. I don't want you to talk about it. Or did your heart open up because they were sharing? That's how we create freedom in the world. We first have to get to know ourselves and then speak to others and create that space, that opening for them to feel safe and free too. Did you feel it? You were connected with someone, hearing something that you didn't know, and your heart opened even more. That's the kind of world I want to live in. But I can't live in it if I am not it. And so that's my invitation to you this week, is to find out how you can free yourself a little more. And maybe you're going to talk to someone that you didn't know as much about and help create that space for them. There is no greater freedom than the freedom to be yourself. I can say that because I've freed myself up from so many things, and it's lightened me. It's lightened my energy. I've been able to tap into my heart more. I've been able to show up with more compassion for the world and for people who don't always see things the way that I do, and love them. And so that's my invitation to you. Let's love ourselves enough, free ourselves enough to free the world. And so I'm going to end with a spoken word that I wrote about freedom. I wrote this for a musical about 10 years ago. And It just fits perfectly. So I'm going to share that with you. And then we're going to close out with some amazing music. I'm so grateful because here is where I began to discover my inner path to freedom. And so I hope it's where you're discovering it or you're well on the way. Let's create a world where we all feel free. Are you ready? Me too. All right. Freedom. Where does it come from? What does it mean? Is it freedom from places or freedom from things? Is it freedom of thought or freedom of word? Or freedom to be who you came to be in this world? Is it freedom from abuse or freedom from pain? Freedom from a bottle or much greater things? Is it freedom from a person, a horrible home? Or freedom from the fear of being alone? Is it freedom to live in a warm, comfy place? Or freedom to choose where you work and you play? You see, freedom to me is all these things and more. But within our own mind is where we'll find the door. You see, we hold the key to unlocking our light, to uncover our greatness, shining so bright. To letting go of fear, truly letting ourselves be, that, to me, is what it means to be free. So I'll let my light shine, giving others a chance to see their own unique light, so they too can be free. Thank you. Thank you. Namaste. We're going to get up and move some energy around now with a song that many of you know. So please stand, get ready to join us as we share some kindness. And I invite you to share kindness around the room, do whatever feels good to you. Yeah.
Ooh, I believe in the power of kindness. Ooh, I believe in the power of love. Ooh, I believe in the power of kindness. Ooh, I believe in the power of love.
Sing it with us again.
Ooh, I believe in the power of kindness. Ooh, I believe in the power of love. Ooh, I believe in the power of kindness. Ooh, I believe in the power of love.
We don't know what's coming.
We don't know what's coming. We can help shape what's ahead. With kindness as our currency, the Commonwealth is in our hand. So give a little, oh, give a a lot, don't stop. A helping hand makes the world go round. There's more than enough. Come on. Ooh, I believe in the power of kindness.
I believe.
Ooh, I believe in the power of love. Ooh, I believe in the power of kindness. Ooh, I believe in the power of love. Look up now, people. Keep your ear to the ground. We are the river flowing, generosity abounds. So give a little, oh, give a lot, don't stop. Ooh, a helping hand makes the world go round. There's more than enough. Everybody. Ooh, I believe in the power of kindness. Ooh, I believe in the power of love. Ooh, I believe in the power of kindness. Ooh, I believe in the power of love. Honeybees serve sweetness only to help the world bloom. Bringing love to the flower, from the flower to the fruit. We can learn a thing or two. So give a little, oh, give a lot, don't stop. A helping hand makes the world go round. There's more than enough. Everybody. Ooh, I believe in the power of kindness. Ooh, I believe in the the power of love. Ooh, I believe in the power of kindness. Ooh, I believe in the power of love. We don't know what's coming. We don't know what's coming. We can help shape what's ahead. With kindness as our currency, the Commonwealth is in our hands. So give a little, oh, give a light, don't stop. A helping hand makes the world go round. It's more than enough. Here we go. Ooh, I believe in the power of kindness. Yeah. Ooh, I believe in the power of love. Ooh, I believe in the power of kindness. Ooh, I believe in the power of love. Come on, sing it with us. Here we go. Ooh, I believe in the power of kindness. Ooh, I believe in the power of love. Ooh, I believe in the power of kindness. Ooh, I believe in the power of love. One more time. Ooh, I believe in the power of kindness. Ooh, I believe in the power of love. Ooh, I believe in the power of kindness. Ooh, I believe in the power of love, power of love.
All right, now please be seated. It's that time in our service. Please be seated, where we say our offertory blessing as we take our tithes and love offerings in our hands. Won't you please say it with me? Divine love, moving in and through me, blesses and multiplies all that I give and all that I receive. So whether you're giving from the credit card machine in the back, online, or remember to push the donate button, or snail mail, we're happy to receive your offerings. Our chaplains today are myself and Merlin, and we'll be here at the prayer shawl to pray with you. So if you have a prayer request, please see one of us. Or if you prefer, you can get a chaplain hug. And there's so much energies in hugs that you just might need a reboot so we can boost you up for the day. Also, if you have a prayer request cards are located in the back of the pews. You can fill one out, drop it in the prayer box, and someone will be in touch with you, whether you want a phone call or a letter. So thank you for using our prayer service. Alice?
So we have some comments from folks online. Debbie Rizzo sent a comment that the Rizzos are saying hello from Copenhagen, Denmark. Wow. See, we go all the way around the world. James McLean says good morning from Kennedy Heights. Tanya Bolumetis said good morning from Columbus. I'm missing being there in person, and we're missing you as well. Jean Blessing, I am worthy to watch from afar and still know we are all connected. Kathy Nolan says, good morning, beautiful family. Enjoy the holiday weekend. Kathy is in Price Hill.
Thank you to everyone who tuned in and everyone who's here. Let's take a moment, go within as we bless the offerings here today. So we say, Father, Mother, God, we're so thankful for the gifts that are shared with New Thought Unity Center. The gifts of presence, the gifts of open hearts, the gifts of money, the gifts of time and talent shared. All of that helps us grow and thrive, helps us feel safe, nurtured and loved, honored as we are, so we can take these gifts beyond these doors into our communities, into our homes, and into our world. For these gifts, we are so, so abundantly grateful. And we say thank you. And so it is. Amen.
So please stand and
We
make
have
a circle.
a lot of people to thank this morning.
Oh, yes, we do, Alice. Thank you.
Lots of people. Thank you, Kim. Thank you to the band. Thank you, Michael and Randy and Peg and, of course, Brian. And Loren,
And Loren,
our harmonica player. And Jenny and Althea.
and Alice.
And in the tech booth, We have Terry and Sky doing a fabulous job. Thank you so much. And thank you all for being with us this morning. Now,
Please stand and join
Now,
me.
that was a
As
dress
we
rehearsal.
Do an offertory prayer of
gonna
alignment.
circle up.
Circle up first.
We'll
Join
say our
hands.
prayer of alignment and sing the peace song. Grab a hand,
Find a hand to hold.
spread it out, see how far we can reach.
All right. Our prayer of alignment.
We are
We are
light.
light.
We illuminate the world. We are love. We love unconditionally. We are power. We are the divine in action. We are presence. We are awake to our divine identity. God is, I am, we are, and all is well. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, a peace that was meant to be with God our Creator. Children are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my solemn vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with Ooh, I believe in the power of kindness. Ooh, I believe in the power of love. Ooh, I believe in the power of kindness. Ooh, I believe in the power of love. Ooh, I believe in the power of kindness. Ooh, I believe in the power of love. Ooh, I believe in the power of kindness. Yeah, we'll do one more. Ooh, I believe in the power of love. Let's clap. Here we go. Ready? Ooh, I believe in the power of kindness. Ooh, I believe in the power of love. Ooh, I believe in the power of kindness. Ooh, I believe in the power of love. One more. Last one. Ooh, I believe in the power of kindness. Ooh, I believe in the power